Hey everyone, Mr. Sujano here. In today's video, we're taking a look at the Google Pixel 5 case and determining whether or not it's worth it. Let's get started. Alright, to kick things off, there are a ton of different cases available for the Pixel line of phones, ranging from very inexpensive to very expensive. I've seen some very capable cases made by reputable brands for as low as $12.99. On the other end of the spectrum, we have the official Pixel 5 case, which comes in at over 3 times the price. It's sitting right now at $40. So before I get into whether or not it's worth it, let's take a look at what the official Pixel 5 case offers. The case is available in 4 different colors: green chameleon, blue confetti, static gray, and basically black. In terms of colors, I think these do look pretty sharp. The outside of the case has fabric on it, and apparently it's machine washable. Google has tested it up to 12 cycles. It's made of 70% recycled material, and this includes the fabric, which is made of recycled plastic water bottles. If you're wondering how many water bottles it takes to make that fabric on the case, well, it takes 2 water bottles to make the fabric for 5 different cases. It's compatible with wireless charging. It's slim fitting with raised edges to protect your screen. In my opinion, here in this day and age, any case you ever consider should have raised edges. Now let's take a look at this Spigen Tough Armor case, which provides the exact same service as the Pixel case. Instead of plastic coated in fabric, this case is TPU with some carbon fiber inserts. It has some sort of sound tunnel technology to help out with the under-display speaker and make it sound better. It works with wireless charging, and it's designed to provide shock absorption. Now, this case is only available in black, but there are about a dozen other or so cases that provide the exact same function, available in a bunch of different colors. At this point, the one major design difference I'm seeing between the official Pixel case and pretty much any other third-party case is that all of the third-party cases have a lot of covering on the bottom, whereas the bottom on the official case is completely wide open. Now, taking the official Pixel case out of the box, and I was surprised at how nice it felt. The inside of the case where your phone sits is incredibly soft. I don't think you have to worry about anything getting scratched here. On the outside of the case, the fabric also feels very nice. It feels a little bit more rugged. It fits the Pixel like a glove, and it really should, considering it's the official case. If it didn't fit, I would be concerned. The edges of the case are raised up, but I did notice that the edges towards the bottom aren't raised up as much as the edges towards the top, and I had to double check to make sure that the phone was sitting in there correctly. Here's a close-up of the edge protection on the bottom of the case, which is a little less than I hoped for. And here's a close-up of the edge protection on the top of the case, which is considerably more substantial. Overall, though, the case is raised enough to provide adequate protection all the way around the phone. It's lightweight, it's thin, and it's not bulky at all. The little G logo on the bottom is plastic, it's not painted on. And here's what the case looks like after a little over a month's worth of use. The case looks the exact same way as it did when it came out of the box. There is no discoloration, none of the fabric has pulled away, and the phone is still in really good condition. I was a little bit worried about how the bottom of the phone would hold up with the case being open like that, but there is no scratching or damage. Overall, the case has done a pretty admirable job so far protecting the phone, and I've dropped it more than once. Now, as for Spigen cases, I couldn't tell you how many of these I've used over the years. I'm currently on my second one on my Galaxy Note 9. The first Spigen case that I had from my Note 9 broke because I dropped the phone. The case broke, the phone didn't. I was happy. I replaced the case, and I've also dropped this one a bunch of different times, and the case is still holding up. When a Spigen or a Spigen, depending on how you want to pronounce it, when one of these things breaks, they're under 20 bucks. It's not really a big deal to replace it, but having to replace one of these at 40 bucks a pop would kind of suck. With that being said, though, I have seen them under 40 bucks at Amazon. Still expensive though. Now, with all of that being said, is the Pixel 5 case worth it? And the answer to that would be, it depends. Phone cases can do different things, but the main function is to protect your phone, and the Pixel 5 case will protect your phone, but it will protect it comparably to a case that is considerably cheaper. Now, something else to consider when you're taking a look at a case is how it feels in your hand, considering you will be holding the case pretty much most of the time when you're using your phone. And I can say the Pixel 5 case feels extremely nice. The fabric on here is nice, the case feels high quality, and one thing I didn't realize that I appreciate is the added grip that the fabric provides. I do drop my phone quite a bit, I'm a clumsy individual, and I've dropped my phone less because I have more grip with this fabric. The third last thing to consider about a case is the overall durability. How is this case going to hold up? Presumably it's going to protect your phone. But how is this case going to hold up to daily use? Is it going to fall apart on you? I was worried about two things on this Pixel case. One was the potential for the fabric to peel away, considering I'm putting it in my jeans pocket, I'm pulling it out, I'm throwing it down on a couch or a table, and I just didn't know if the fabric was going to start to fray on it. Fortunately, it has not. The second thing I was worried about was whether or not this material was going to stain, considering it's a fabric and not a plastic that you can just wipe off. You can throw this in the laundry, but I don't know if I'd actually want to do that. Now, fortunately, this has not discolored at all. It hasn't stained, there is no smell to it, it's held up very nicely. Now, I don't go grabbing my phone after I've eaten a slice of pizza. I usually try to keep my hands fairly clean. But even that being said, this is held up very well. The second last thing to consider when looking at a case is the overall style, and I think this will vary from person to person. Do you want a big chunky case that maybe it doesn't fit into your pocket but it looks rugged and tough? Do you want a slim case? Do you want a bright case? Do you want a dark case? Do you want a case with a whole bunch of neon colors? There are a ton of options out there. I, for one, really like the looks of the Pixel cases. I think these look great. As an added bonus, I have the green chameleon case, although you might not be able to see it because the green screen is hiding the colors. But this phone is bright, and when I put it down, it's easy to spot. I had a black case on a previous phone, and when I put it down on a black desk, if I went into a different room or if I forgot where I put the phone down, sometimes I'd walk right by it without seeing it because it would blend right into the desk. This is nice and bright and easy to see. And the last thing to consider is the price, and that's a pretty big thing here. If you have a set budget for a case and the Pixel case is out of that budget, you won't be doing yourself really any harm by picking up a cheaper case like a Spigen. But if you don't mind the price of the case and you want something that feels good and looks good and you like the style here, well, you can't really go wrong with this case. As for me, I quite like the Pixel case. I do think it's expensive for what it is. But at the end of the day, it's also my favorite case that I've ever used with any of my phones. My feelings on that might change in a number of months, and if they do, I will let you know in the comments below. But anyways, that is all I've got for today. Let me know your thoughts on the Pixel 5 case in the comments below. If you liked this video, leave a like. If you didn't like this video, leave a like. Hit that subscribe button, check out my other videos. Thank you everyone, take care.